I'm asked about how my life has been impacted as a Notre Dame student. I actually can say that it's still being impacted. 45 years after I graduated, and the reason I say that is because you spend time as a student, and you have a certain experience as a 17-year-old, and then as you get older and you get involved with, as I did with the alumni, and you start to get pulled into some of the other activities, you start to realize what the school really offers for kids. And then as my sons went through 4 years here, both academically and athletically, I had another perspective. And then now with my work with the board and the golf team and and some of the other things I'm doing in the lacrosse team, there's a sense of getting closer to the faculty and the administration and really starting to get a real sense of what the school is all about. So it really has kind of evolved over 45 years, and it's continuing even today. Not sure if it was 1970 or 71. It was a winter basketball game against Hillhouse, who at the time was probably the top 5 team in the country. We had no chance, and they came into our building, and we beat them that night by 12 points. 200 kids, it seemed like thousands, was chanting "The House Falls Tonight." And it was a moment that I'll never forget. In fact, if you ask Joe Tonelli today what his favorite moment was as a coach here at Notre Dame, it would surprise me if he didn't say it was the same thing. The place was going crazy, and I think the students lifted the team that night. Great night. I'm inspired by Notre Dame in a number of ways, but without a doubt, it's the faculty and the administration. I've had the opportunity over the last 20 years to get to know a lot of them, work with them on the board now. But I've had kind of a front row seat over the last few years to see what goes on in the school and the devotion of the faculty and the things they do for the students, and the way they put themselves out there very unselfishly for all these great outcomes that our kids are getting. It's an amazing thing to see, and it's one of the things I think that makes the school very special. Lacrosse to me, going back about 13, 14 years, the school did not have a lacrosse program. I was involved coaching at the youth level. I also had an interest at that time in helping the school grow their enrollment. And when we started it, there was a tremendous response. So we went where some startup programs have 15 or 20 players. I think we had 75 or 80 players right off the bat that wanted to play. So there was a need. I knew the coaches needed help, and so I offered to help in the off season, and they said yes. And that was 13 years ago, and my boys were with me at the time. So we started with a raw group of players and had some early success. And so I just stayed on after they graduated because I was having more fun than anything else. I just stayed on and just loved the experience of watching the kids grow and develop as players. And then, you turn them over to the coaching staff in March, and they've done an unbelievable job to bring the program up to the level that Notre Dame is used to seeing in athletics. So being honored by Notre Dame with Knights of Honor means a great deal to me. I've had a lot of respect for the people who have come before me who have received this honor. There's too many to mention, but I know quite a few of them. Not the least of which is my brother Joe, and so I'm very humbled by it because of the quality of the people that have come before me and the respect for which I have for them. So it means a lot to me because I care a great deal about the school, and so I'm humbled by it and very appreciative.